friends sprinting for their lives, giant shapes hunting deer in the dark, hairy monsters stalking from the tree line, mermaids cutting through the waves like they're real. These aren't campfire stories. They're recordings that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the world. Watch until the very end, because after this journey, you may never see the night, the forest, or the ocean the same way again. A skinwalker comes from Native American legend, a shapeshifter that can take on human or animal form, usually tied to dark intentions and terrifying encounters. And one night, a camera caught something that looked exactly like that. In night vision, a thin, bony figure crosses a yard, too long to be human, limbs stretched, proportions wrong, moving with an awkward, broken gait. In its arms, a baby, deeply asleep, as if the child couldn't sense the horror carrying it. The family's dog is the first to notice, ears up, body tense. In a heartbeat, it launches straight at the intruder. The creature turns with a sudden, jagged movement. Its eyes flash with a sickly reflection. It lets out a strange, guttural sound, steps back, and kicks at the dog, trying to retreat toward the trees. But the kick doesn't stop the animal. It only makes it angrier. The dog charges harder, barking nonstop, chasing the thing as it stumbles, twisting to keep its balance while fleeing into the dark. The baby drops to the ground, unharmed but crying, as the creature vanishes into the brush and the camera shakes from the chaos. They say it's AI, they say it's fake. They say nothing like this could have happened. But if it was real, what do you think it wanted with that baby? What you see in the cage wasn't found there. It was forced inside. Moments earlier, 3 men had managed to trap it after it moved through the shadows with a speed no normal animal should have. Small, hunched, almost Dobby-like, but covered in uneven patches of coarse hair that made its outline look wild, feral, wrong. Its face is what haunts everyone. Enormous, trembling eyes, too aware, too alert, blinking with a mix of fear, anger, and something disturbingly human. Its twisted mouth twitches like it's trying to copy human expressions, but doesn't quite know how. Nothing about it felt instinctive. Every movement seemed calculated. The cage rattles every time the creature breathes, metal groaning as if even the bars are afraid of what they're holding. Not an animal, not a person. Something in between, or something from completely outside our world. They say it stayed trapped for only a few minutes before everything went silent. Tell me, do you really think that creature was ever released? This takes us back to 2014, deep in a forest, so still it felt like even the wind was afraid to move. A turkey hunter, fully camouflaged under leaves and branches, waited for the slightest sound when he heard something that didn't belong. Footsteps, heavy, slow, powerful, nothing like a bird. With the camera shaking in his hands, he slowly panned toward a small clearing, and what stepped into view was something no human is ever ready to see. 2 Bigfoots walked out of the trees, massive, hair-covered, completely in control. One walked ahead, scanning the woods with an unsettling, almost human intelligence. The other carried the full carcass of a deer in its arms, like it weighed nothing. No struggle, no effort, just raw strength that made one thing brutally clear. These things aren't campfire stories, they are apex rulers of their territory. The hunter tried to breathe as quietly as possible. He couldn't move, couldn't speak, could barely blink. Then the Bigfoots stopped. They listened. And for one terrifying second, the lead creature's eyes locked directly onto him. That second was enough. The truth hit him like lightning. The forest has never belonged to humans. We've only been visitors. 2 friends wandered into a place no one should enter, a restricted zone deep in the forests of Kelantan, Malaysia. It was just supposed to be harmless exploring until the sun went down. The air grew heavy, the silence turned wrong, and then they saw it. A massive figure standing between the trees, perfectly still, but watching them, like it had been waiting. They tried to get a closer look. That was their mistake. The creature suddenly charged, exploding forward with a speed they didn't think was possible. They ran through the undergrowth in pure panic. One barely managed to scramble up a tree, shaking. The other was almost grabbed by inches. The creature stayed for a while, circling, breathing loud, searching for them in the tightening dark of the jungle. Only after a long, suffocating moment, it slipped back into the black. What do you think was stalking them that night? It rose to the surface without a sound. A dark, shapeless mass drifted beneath the turquoise water, twisting as if it had no bones, no center, no rules. Its edges curled like living smoke, swelling and shrinking in slow, deliberate pulses. From one angle, it looked like a manta ray. From another, a cloak. And then, for a second, something with a face that should not exist. People on the pier froze. The creature didn't swim, it hovered, as if the sea itself was holding it up. Every tiny shift felt intentional. A tilt upward, a slide to the side, a ripple that seemed too coordinated to be random. No splashes, no bubbles, no explanation. Yet there it was, rising from the deep like a warning no one could read. If this is what the ocean lets us see, what is it still hiding underneath? The engine hums softly as the Appalachian night swallows everything. Your headlights cut through the mist, stretching twisted shadows across the gnarled trees. The dirt road feels endless. Every crack under your tires sounds too loud, too alone. Then you see it. A massive, disproportionate figure stands frozen in the middle of the road. Two red eyes burn through the darkness, locking onto you. Mothman. Leathery wings folded tight against a thin, gaunt body. Not an animal, not human. Just an ancient, cold intelligence staring straight into your car. Time stretches. Is it studying you like prey, or just curious? You remember the stories. Some say seeing it at an event is a sign, a warning. But meeting it alone in the wilderness, that's pure, primal fear. It steps back, fades into the shadows, and vanishes off the road like it was never there. The forest was dead silent when the trail camera snapped on. Between the trees, a massive shadow stepped into view, and a smaller one walked beside it. Not a bear, not a man, something else. A gigantic Bigfoot moves with heavy, deliberate steps, dragging a deer across the ground like it weighs nothing. Beside it, a shorter figure follows closely, its child, copying every motion, learning how to hunt, how to survive, how to rule the darkness. The deer slides over the damp forest floor, leaving a trail that makes your stomach drop the second you see it. Neither creature looks up, neither hesitates. They just head deeper into the woods, like they know no one will dare get in their way. The video explodes online. Some swear it's the clearest Bigfoot evidence ever recorded. Others say it's AI. A few insist it's just two monkeys. But the size, the stride, the way they move together. If that's fake, what does the real thing look like? This clip feels torn straight out of a nightmare. On a deserted beach, a fat, hairy creature crawls along the shore, moving on all fours like a distorted human. Its body is covered in thick, matted fur, but its head is completely bald. Smooth, human-like, uncomfortably familiar. The camera shakes. The person filming clearly has no idea what they're looking at. The creature drags its heavy body toward the water, every movement slow and weighted, like each limb is carrying centuries. And then, without ever looking back, it enters the sea. First the hands, then the torso, then that bald, unsettling head sinks beneath the waves, like the ocean is its real home. Within seconds, it's gone. So the question won't go away. What kind of being crawls like that on land and returns to the sea like it truly belongs there? The video opens on a fisherman holding something that breaks your brain. Right there on camera, a body shaped like a mermaid, with a huge fin like an oversized sardine. Its skin is covered in metallic, shimmering scales. But the worst part is the face. It looks like something between a deep-sea creature and an alien. Sunken features, black staring eyes, and small horns pushing out from its head. The fisherman can barely hold its weight. Even he looks confused, like he doesn't quite believe what he pulled from the water. As the camera gets closer, every detail gets worse, more impossible, less like anything that should exist on Earth. The comments turn into a war. Some swear it's AI, a perfectly rendered sea monster. Others rage that if this thing is real, it should have been thrown back immediately. But no matter which side you're on, one thing is impossible to deny: real or fake. This is one of the most disturbing catches ever seen on camera. This one hits with something that feels impossible. A mermaid recorded with a level of clarity that shouldn't exist. The image is razor sharp. In the water, the creature floats almost motionless, like it knows it's being watched. Pearl-like skin reflects the light. Every feature of its face looks disturbingly precise. Eyes, nose, lips, too defined to ignore. Then comes the moment that makes everyone stop breathing. With one smooth motion, it dips under the surface, and a long, powerful tail rises out of the water as it swims away into the deep. Perfectly shaped, perfectly scaled. The movement is fluid, natural, almost too perfect to dismiss. Many insist footage this clean has to be AI, that no real camera would catch something like this. But others can't shake a different thought. If that tail really broke the surface, are we looking at the clearest mermaid footage ever recorded? Look at this. Perched on the rocks in the distance sits an aquatic creature, deep blue, with features that look human but clearly aren't. Almost like a merman, its hands resemble human hands. Its movements are smooth, unsettlingly fluid. Then it notices the creature pauses, as if it suddenly realizes it's being filmed. Slowly, almost cautiously, it rises from the rock and heads toward the lake, moving with an eerie, mesmerizing grace. Without a splash, it slips beneath the water. No struggle, no noise, just a few ripples spreading across the surface, and a heavy silence. Some insist it's AI, too perfect, too clean, every gesture looking carefully crafted. But if it wasn't fake, what was it doing there, alone on those rocks, and what is it hiding beneath that water? Off the coast of Vietnam, where the water is usually calm and nothing surprises seasoned fishermen, something appeared that didn't match anything they knew. A long, almost translucent shape drifted beneath the surface, moving like it was breathing. Not a fish, not an octopus, not debris. Something else, gliding with eerie calm, as if it was studying the world above. The fishermen filmed in silence, convinced they were seeing a species no one had ever described. Some called it a sea nymph, others a bad omen. The strangest part? When the camera got closer, the creature reacted subtly, shifting, like it knew it was being watched. And then, it vanished. No splash, no bubbles, just gone. And this is only the first clip, the soft one. The snow crunches under your boots as a thick fog wraps around the Russian forest, blurring everything into gray. Through the mist, something moves. A massive, hairy figure walks between the trees. Heavy, measured steps crush the snow beneath it. It's Bigfoot, or something that looks exactly like it. The witness tries to get closer, filming with shaking hands. The creature moves with unsettling ease for its size, too fluid, too controlled. It doesn't roar, it doesn't run, it just watches. Fear starts to win over curiosity. The man records a few seconds more, then decides to back away, before seeing more turns into not coming back at all. Every frame, every crunch of snow under those feet leaves one idea echoing in your mind. These things are real to someone out there, and the forests are keeping secrets most people will never dare to face. The footage opens in what seems like a peaceful garden at night, but there's nothing peaceful about what appears. In the center, under a blinding white light, stands a creature that should not exist. Its body shimmers in eerie blue and white hues, its feathers sleek and unnatural under the intense glow. The creature has a beak, sharp, curved, its face a strange mix between a penguin and a dodo. Its eyes are wide, unblinking, staring directly ahead, as if it's studying the camera, trying to understand the human capturing it. It doesn't move. It stands completely still, and that stillness makes it even more unsettling. Then, something bizarre happens. The person filming isn't using a regular phone. They're holding a smaller camera, one that's not even pointed at the creature. The tiny camera focuses somewhere else, off frame, capturing something we can't see. That's when the questions start. The lighting, the creature's skin, the strange camera setup. Too many signs point to one thing: AI. A fabricated, digital creation. Something that never truly walked the earth. Or at least, that's what we tell ourselves. But if this were real, could this be the modern reincarnation of the long-extinct dodo? This next clip openly admits it's AI generated, but the scene it shows feels way too possible. A giant, hairy monster stands at the front door of a house, hunched, breathing hard. Its eyes are empty yet glowing. Two hollow lights staring straight inside like it knows someone is there. It leans into the door, pushing, rattling the frame with every shove. Inside, the family dog is the first to react. The second it spots the creature through the window, it explodes into barking, fur raised, teeth bared, doing everything it can to warn and protect. The monster turns toward the sound, slowly, deliberately. Then it lunges at the dog, a blur of fur and claws. But it can't reach it. The dog stumbles back, still barking, refusing to back down. The creature just looms outside, stuck on the wrong side of the glass, unable to cross that thin line between home and whatever waits in the dark. Yes, the clip is AI, but the fear it taps into, the idea of something that big standing just outside your door, that feels real enough to make you think twice about looking out your window at night. This one is honest from the start. It says it's AI generated, and somehow it still gets under your skin. In the clip, a truly horrifying creature drifts through the water, skin the color of packed dirt, a twisted, distorted face that looks like it crawled straight out of a nightmare. And yet, it's just calmly swimming, like it's another tourist on vacation. A small boat passes by with a group of travelers. The strangest part isn't the monster, it's how normal everyone acts. They laugh, they point, they take photos. The creature even smiles, stretching a disturbingly friendly grin, and poses like it's used to being some kind of attraction. That mix of pure horror and everyday normality is what makes it so unsettling. We know it's AI, but the image sticks anyway. The last clip flips everything on its head. We spend so much time chasing monsters, aliens, and creatures from other dimensions that we forget our own world is already home to real, powerful, astonishing beings. The camera focuses on a giant, majestic monkey. Thick fur glowing in natural light. Deep, expressive eyes as it moves calmly between the trees. No legend, no AI, no myth. Just a real animal, beautiful and extraordinary, exactly as it is. The person filming stays quiet, almost respectful. The monkey lifts its head, sniffs the air, and for a moment, it looks wiser than anything we've ever invented in horror stories. This clip isn't here to scare you, it's here to remind you. The world is already full of wonders, and sometimes we're so busy hunting monsters that we forget to admire the incredible creatures we already share this planet with. And that concludes our journey through some of the most unsettling, astonishing, and unignorable encounters. Creatures that defy logic, sightings that spark endless debate, moments that remind us how mysterious, wild, and full of secrets our world truly is. If you made it this far, prove you're not afraid of the dark. Show you look beyond what's obvious. So tell me in the comments, which clip shocked you the most? And which one do you think could actually be real? Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a like if you want more compilations of the unknown, more mysteries, more creatures, and more stories that'll leave you breathless. This channel exists because of you and your curiosity. We'll see you in the next video, and remember, not everything that appears at night wants to be seen.